Hello everybody, this is Grimmy. If you didn't know, I'm part of the Dream SMP the musical project. I voiced Filza, drew some of the scenes, was one of the French translators, and helped as an assistant director. I also edited the Act 1 remaster. Act 1 and 2 are available, links in the description, but unfortunately we're stopping the project. The directors and a lot of the members, including myself, simply don't have the time anymore to commit to such a large project. This is what the directors wrote. Hi everyone, I know it's been a long time since anything has been said about production of Acts 3 and 4, and this is for an unfortunate reason. The other directors and I, along with our ADs, which is me and another person, have made the difficult decision to discontinue production of Dream SMP the musical. We've realised that none of us have the same time and energy to devote to the show as we used to. We're all college students, and when we started this project, the world looked very different than it does today. It has become necessary for us to focus on other things, even though what we've accomplished here has changed all of our lives in valuable, meaningful ways. We still have every intention of finishing the book and music for the entire show, Act 2 remaster included, but we feel we would be doing this community a disservice if we continue to make promises for this show that we as directors no longer have the capability to keep. Once the show is fully written, we plan to publish the script, demos and instrumentals for all 4 acts so that the community can use the show as they wish. We've always said that Dream SMP the musical is by fans for fans, and we want to stay true to that idea as we complete the work. We will finish the show, but it will be on our own time without any expectations hanging over our heads. We also want to encourage you to support all of our amazing staff members in the future projects. Their work is absolutely phenomenal, and we would not be where we are today without all of them and the time and effort they have put into this production. This musical has been such an incredible experience for all of us and such an important part of our lives for over a year now. But we think it's finally time to acknowledge our limit and lay the way the show that has been run up to this point to rest. Thank you from the bottom of our hearts for all your support, Emma, Carissa and Ali. We did speak about this ahead of time, and I completely support and respect the decision. It was very fun while it lasted, and it was such an honor to have been part of such a cool project. Now, we were working on Act 3, so I have some unfinished animatics to share. I was assigned 3 scenes, worked on 3 storyboards, and was supposed to sing a duet with Techno's voice actor Filza. So I will go through each one, I'll explain it a little bit, and I'll play all the Filza lines we recorded during the sessions. There's a short prologue scene at the beginning that showed Filza and Techno leaving Tommy in with Wilbur. The Sleepy Boys Inc. dynamic was canon to the musical, so that's where we had it. There was one line and it was Filza's. I'll be back soon. Take care of Tommy while I'm gone. This was one of my appointed scenes. This is a scene where Dream talks to Tubbo about exiling Tommy after the whole burning George's house debacle. I was given this scene because I draw Dream a lot and I can pull off a sleazy, condescending body language quite well without needing to show his face. And also because I love drawing Dream, him being my second favourite character and all. Drawing Tubbo was also very fun. I actually finished a lineup for it, and I did the entire thing on Procreate on my iPad Pro. Because I was so busy at the time, I was trying to find new ways to work on the go and decided to do this scene on my iPad. I'm actually really happy and pretty proud of how it came out. For this scene, Tubbo is giving Filza his new house. They then talk about why Filza is here and about Tommy's exile. Filza then leaves and meets up with Techno. I only have my lines, so what I'll do is have character sprites on the screen. When Tubbo or Techno talk, their lines will be on the screen, but when Filza talks, it'll be my voice. Yeah, lucky me. You've been making great progress on the reconstruction project. If you ever need any help or anything. Thanks, mate. I can't. I've got somewhere to be. No, I have to check on my other house. Got some errands to run there. I hadn't got a letter from Will in a while, and Wilbur loved this country once, and I still love him, so I'll do whatever I can to carry on his legacy. There's still a lot of work to be done. Really? And Dream did that out of the kind of his heart then? What? I didn't know. I need to go. I'll see you soon. Oh, I was just emerald mining. Nope. Nope. Yeah, I'm a bit tired, Techno. I'll talk to you later. Yeah, I just need some time to myself is all. Sorry if it's a little awkward. I just don't want to use any of the other project members' content without their permission, and I'm on a bit of a deadline. This scene also had Techno and Filz's duet, but I'm going to add that to the end of the video. This storyboard was one where the Butcher Army discussed their plans of dealing with Techno and searched Filz's house. I did the art in PowerPoint on my iPad Pro because I picked up the scene from another artist and they had started in PowerPoint, so it was just easier to do it this way. It was a little tricky to do and some parts are uneven and messy, but since I was picking it up from another artist, there was a shorter deadline than I normally would have. But I got it done in time and the directors were happy with it, which is what matters. I was following the script and in this scene there is quite a lot of talking, so I tried making some interesting angles and various subtle changes / expressions so that it wouldn't be too boring visually while the characters talked. Drawing Quackity is very fun and I liked him in this scene a lot. Drawing Angry Filza is great too. I do have Filza's lines for this scene, so I'll let it play out with those. You can ring it just once, I'm right here. Hello boys. What's with the get-ups? I don't know where he is. I'm not gonna tell you. He's changed his ways, he's not the same. Yeah, water under the bridge. Where do you think this loyalty for the country exists? I am not loyal to this country at all. I've just arrived here, and if anything, you guys have proved to me that I shouldn't care. I'm going to put someone I care about before any country. Shit. It's nothing. It's nothing. It doesn't... It takes you to his old potato farm. Whatever you're doing here, whatever you want Techno for, I don't like it. This is the scene where Techno is captured and brought to Lamanda. Filza only has a couple lines, which I'll play here, but I also voiced some of the characters because their voice actors couldn't make it to the session. I add a couple of lines that I liked with the character I was standing in for. You actually got him. You don't understand what we're trying to build here, Techno. This is not a simple anarchy thing, Techno. You really think I care about the goddamn withers? No. You're on a hit list, Techno. I'm trying to build a country. This is simple threat elimination. I don't care how long it takes me or what I have to do to get to you. I'm going to fucking kill you. I'm going to kill you, Technoblade. Oh, I do. Impromptu dentist appointment. In this scene, Filza and Ghostbar are having their conversation after Techno's escape. Again, I'll let the scene play out with the voice lines and some character sprites. But well, if the blue sucks up sadness to get its colour, how are you giving it away? Yeah, you brought back Techno and Friend. Whoa, 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 whoa. It's just a big hole? Blown up? I didn't get an invite. Okay. If Dream gave you invites and nobody got them, and he'd ordered you to leave, Dream is the one that blew up Loxacha. I'm not allowed outside my house. I wouldn't tell them what Techno was. Did you just miss everything? You literally saw them trying to kill him. That's what that was. Yeah. I wouldn't worry about it, Ghostbar. Don't worry about it. They did. He didn't do anything wrong, really. He kept all his promises from the start, Wilbur. That's all you need to know. Things have changed, Will. Not for the better. Not anymore. This one is also a storyboard that I picked up from another artist. This scene was a Rambo song where he's building his panic room and singing about his memory loss. I actually really like the storyboards I did for this, so if or when the directors make the song available, I'd like to actually finish this one with the music. For now, I'll let the scene play out with Fallen Down as background music, because I know it's gonna make some of you sad. This was one of my assigned scenes, which I also did the storyboards for, but never finished. It was meant to be a post-credit scene for Act 3. In this scene, we see Dream having collected a huge amount of materials, including obsidian and redstone. We've been introduced the man, the myth, the one and only, Awesome Dude. I think it's obvious why I was given this scene. I grabbed every Awesome Dude scene I could. I actually made an Awesome Dude design specifically for the Dream SMP musical, which I actually adore. I'm not going to be showing it here because I want to use it as my new design for post-prison and Dream giving Sam a pickaxe with the face design. It's going to be snazzy as heck, is what I'm gonna say. In this scene, we see Sam coming in and passing by Puns in Aerith's castle. Dream is sitting on the throne since he's thrown Aerith out at this point. Dream wants to hire Sam to build the prison. And that's the scene. I think it's a really cool way of introducing Sam, and as you know me, I would have spent an extra amount of time on this scene to really make it as cool and gorgeous as I could have with lighting and effects. Following the Awesome Dude theme, there was going to be a Badlands song to introduce Bad Boy Halo, Skeppy, Ampharos, and Awesome Dude into the story. It wasn't going to be a part of Act 3, but more its own thing. Basically, it's a song introducing the characters in the Badlands. Of course, I had the final section of the song where Awesome Dude gets introduced. I'm not going to use the original song, but it was pretty jazzy, and I decided to make the boys dance off my part a little. I don't know, it looks cute. Look at the wholesome not yet Eggpire boys. I think you can tell that Awesome Dude is my favorite. The bias in the visuals is quite telling. So that's everything I had for Act 3. It's a shame that we are not continuing the project, but it's honestly such a lifted weight to not do it anymore. Well, it was very fun and I loved every moment of it, even the sleepless nights. I simply don't have the time for it alongside everything else going on in my life. It was fun while it lasted, and I'm so happy I was able to work alongside other creators. I met lovely people through this project that would definitely be a loss to me if I hadn't met them. So thank you Carissa, Emma and Ali for being directors of this awesome project, and thank you to everybody who worked on it. I know how much hard work and effort went into these animatics, and I'm very proud of all of you and everything you achieved. I'll leave you with my half of the Techno and Filza duet. The context is that Techno is telling Filza what happened with Wilbur and the others before he came back. It's a lovely heart-to-heart moment. The music is not composed by me. I edited together all the best pieces of each take I had, so if it sounds a little choppy, that's why. Thank you for watching and take care. Bye bye! I know you would hate me for traveling back, watching over a dream that we both forced to yield, but I can't stay away, so I help them rebuild, stoking fires of hope that they yield. He still haunts me. Does he haunt you too? You don't break, you don't quit, and I know you don't forget. Can you teach me the things that you know? Please teach me the things that you know. Please teach me the things that you know. Can't believe that I ran, that I never returned, given me grace and care I haven't earned. Thought I was a hero, but I never learned. Flying close to the sun only leaves your hands burnt. But I promise that I'm honest with you. He haunts me every day. I promise to stay. Help me tell a new story. Help me find peace. Help me tell a new story.